Hello, new Mathematician, Arthur here. As you can see, I am playing the game of Monopoly, and I'm making quite a bit of money. We're all familiar with the iconic image of the Monopoly man. The fine gentleman, known as Rich Uncle Pennybags, wears a bow tie, a waistcoat, a top hat, and of course, a monocle. Except, the Monopoly man does not, and has never, worn the monocle. Don't believe me? Just look up the Monopoly man, or look at your Monopoly set, and you will indeed find no monocle. If you did believe this false fact, don't worry, you're not alone. Many people are absolutely convinced that the Monopoly man wore a monocle. What's going on here? Have we been transported to a parallel universe? Or has someone gone back into time and tinkered with the past? Or is there a more down-to-earth explanation? This is an example of the bizarre phenomena known as the Mandela Effect. The Mandela Effect is when large numbers of people misremember a fact or event. It was first discovered by paranormal researcher Fiona Broom and is named after the man himself, former President of South Africa, Nelson Mandela. Many people distinctly remember Nelson Mandela dying in prison in 1982 and even claim to have seen his funeral on live television. Nelson Mandela, of course, did not die in 1982. He was released from prison, went on to become President of South Africa, and died in 2013. Remember the infamous line from Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back, where Darth Vader reveals the movie's shocking twist? If you're like most people, you have probably come to believe that Vader said, "Luke, I am your father." However, he did not. What the Sith Lord did in fact say was, "No, I am your father." Speaking of Star Wars, what colour is C-3PO's right leg in the movies? Well, it's gold, of course, I hear you say. What else would it be? Well, throughout all of the original trilogy, C-3PO's leg is actually silver, not gold. Speaking of misremembered movie lines, the evil witch in Snow White never said, "Mirror, mirror on the wall." What she did in fact say was, "Magic mirror on the wall." Jiffy peanut butter is actually just Jif. The Kit Kat logo doesn't have a hyphen. The Berenstain Bears are actually called the Berenstain Bears. In the iconic Holbein painting of King Henry VIII, he isn't holding a chicken in his right hand. He isn't holding anything. And Sri Lanka is located southeast of India, even though many people believe it to be just south of India. Surely millions of people cannot just be misremembering all these films, TV shows and facts. Surely this is proof of some kind of cosmic weirdness, maybe a glitch in the Matrix or a quantum shift of some description. While all that is possible, it's probably not the cause behind this. The most probable and most likely explanation for the Mandela Effect is that of false memories. Contrary to what we may like to believe, our memories are not like a video camera recording everything that happens to us. They're more like a Wikipedia page. They can be edited, revised, and even changed by other people. Studies have repeatedly shown that false memories can be induced through suggestion. In one study, participants were shown photographs from their childhood and were asked to tell a story about what happened in the photograph. However, there was a catch. One of the photographs had been photoshopped. It never actually happened. The truly shocking thing is that rather than pointing this out, the participants just made up a story and remembered it as though it actually happened. Another study had participants watch a video of two cars colliding with each other. One set of participants were asked how fast were the cars going when they bumped into each other, whereas the other set of participants were asked how fast were they going when they smashed into each other. The smashed group, on average, reported a higher score than the bumped group and were more likely to report seeing shattered glass even if there was none present in the video. A similar phenomena may be responsible for some of the Mandela effects, such as the Berenstain Bears being misremembered as the Berenstain Bears, or the Looney Tunes being remembered as the Looney Tunes. For example, the name Stein is a far more common surname than Stain, and since Looney Tunes is a cartoon, you would assume that it was spelled Looney Tunes, like cartoons, rather than tunes in the music sense. If you want to test the accuracy of your memory, try memorising as many of these words as you can, and then write down all the words that you can remember at the end. Okay, let's go. Sour, nice, candy, honey, sugar, soda, bitter, chocolate, good, heart, taste, cake. Now pause the video and just write down as many of these words as you can remember. Was sweet on your list? If so, you're like the majority of people. However, sweet is nowhere to be found on this list. Nowhere. Your mind has made it up. Most likely because we associate words such as sugar and cake with sweetness. As we have just seen, our memories are not as reliable as we like to think. Taking this into account, it is actually not surprising that we would remember many things incorrectly, especially since our minds have a knack for correcting things to what sounds or appears right. Because we have likely heard the misremembered quotes, titles or images far more than the actual events themselves, these false facts just get stuck in our minds and we believe them to be true. While it may be scary for some to discover the fallibility of their memories, and disappointing for others that the explanation is so benign, the Mandela Effect does still gleam many fascinating insights, such as into how our minds work and how we remember and encode information. Thanks for watching today's episode of New Mathematician.